Yeah, I've got like Ask Galke.
Good morning, everybody. Hold on, you can say the statement in a second. Hello, everybody. I'm Ed Parcaut, Brian Galke, and we are Aces53. What were you talking about, Mr. Daddies? Who's your
I
dad?
got to get rid of some GoDaddy's ones that are renewing. I had like Ask Galke, Ask Brian now, because somebody at one point is like, get all these websites to put your calendar out. And it's just easier to go, nah, just go here.
Well, it's just they're right. So I normally go, I better go get it, and I'll get all these different things, and then go, you know what? I don't need that one anymore. Just let that one. Are you sure you want to let this one go?
I know.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, I am.
Yes, I do. Real sales.
I need to go hit go on the other thing. Hold on.
Oh, I already did. You're too late.
I know, but I haven't done it yet. Yeah. Oh, it shut it. Did it shut it down?
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, it did. Well, that's no fun.
I'm sorry.
All right, guess we're not going live on Instagram today.
Well, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have somebody joined already. So let's get moving. All right. So when we're getting ready for the show today, you sent me something, and we'll get into it in a minute about what the heck was it called?
Showroom.
Yeah. Showroom. It's not showroom.
Hold on, I tell you.
Showrunner.
Showrunner. There you go.
You're even older than I am. But first, before we were talking, because I was telling you that I had a client reach out, and I did a transaction for them in 2017, and I have a CRM that hits them on their anniversaries, and every yearly we look at certain things. 8 years later, she refers her kids to me to go buy a house, and kids, I mean her daughter and significant other, and so in that one, so it's 4 times the amount that I helped her buy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to get at is constantly, I think the CRM going forward in my industry, which is the mortgage industry, is going to even be more powerful than, because a lot of people used to buy trigger leads, and there's that thing just got past the Senate. Now it's on the desk of the president to sign, so that people, when you get your credit run a hard pull, they can't sell that to thousands of people like they used to do.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. That's coming into effect as soon as he signs it, and then 6 months later it will take effect.
Gotcha. What was the other thing we were talking about? Didn't I read that they're going to be able to now pull rent and say like, well, if you're already spending X amount in rent, that should go towards your credit score?
That's the bureau. So right now with FICO that we use is FICO, whatever that number is. If you want to have your rent on your credit report to show that as to give you more credit, you have to pay for a service to do that. Then that other one that's coming out that they have automatically is in there. And so that's why they're saying they want everybody to go over to that one. Well, lenders aren't ready for that, and neither is Fannie and Freddie. So just because the guy that's in charge of FHFA doesn't mean and wants us to go there, doesn't mean it can happen overnight, unfortunately.
Right. I know. Well, so
this is not a real estate show, though.
Right, I was gonna say, back to what we were talking about. It's just that's somebody who reached back out to you after. Sorry, hold on.
I just think it's really important to stay in contact with your past clients.
Yes, and that's what we're talking about. If you hadn't done that, it was, what did we say, 8 years ago you did her loan?
Yeah.
And this one's 4 times larger?
Yeah.
I mean, that just shows you where housing is. From
exactly. No, where she bought, it's only the same house today where she bought is only twice as much.
Right. But
where these people are buying in the Bay Area,
it
is a lot more expensive.
But you think about 8 years, she's probably met new loan officers since then. Right. So that, but
I'm not a loan officer though.
So what are you?
I'm a mortgage advisor.
Sorry, mortgage.
I'm a mortgage strategist.
There you go. Yeah. Tomato,
no,
cashier, financial transaction specialist.
Just makes me sound bigger. No, I mean that. She knows I wrote a book. She has my book. She gave it to her kids, all that stuff. It's important to do what we talk about, is become the authority in your industry.
Right.
And I was on somebody else's show the other day, and he was like, oh, he's a podcast guy who helps podcast people get their talk about it on this podcast. And he was like, man, is there nothing you're not doing?
Yeah. Well, that's the way it feels when I talk to you. You're like, and this, and this, and this.
Well, speaking and this, you keep sending me stuff, and that's one of the things we're going to talk about today is that show. What did I say it was? Showrunner. Which it's kind of like a South Park. Well, it can be.
Right.
They let me see if I can share this. I really hate StreamYard moving all this stuff, changing it up.
Yep.
Let's see here. Showrunner. Also share audio tab. Yes, share. Can we? Oh, there we go. Can we see it? I don't know if there's any sound yet.
Count the legend of Silicon Valley, a distant land that once brimmed with human genius and folly, where tech titans and garage geniuses alike
Like the Terminator.
would better the world.
Yeah. Well,
But
it gets
amidst this
better.
innovation,
Yeah.
virus more potent than
This
any
is just the
computer could
introduction to
spread
this
unchecked.
program called Valley
It was
Exit
green.
Valley.
And by the time you meet Popsicles had realized.
So what this is there's this showrunner where you can create your own with AI, your own show, and it's kind of like your own take on it. And this one has to do with kind of the Silicon Valley, but it's a totally different take on it, and they call it Exit Valley. But what's nice, this is a 5-minute clip, and it was all created with so many AI, and now it's one of their shows. And where is it? It gets through all this, and then let me get to the. These are other shows that they have.
Yeah. Well, I saw you can upload yourself.
Here's
different cartoon looks.
Here's the first episode.
Yeah, that's very South Parky looking.
All right, kids. Today we're going to deep dive into our very own backyard, Silicon Valley. We're going to learn about the history of how a little valley became the tech mecca of the world.
Hey, not another documentary about money-hungry tech nerds.
Now,
That sounds to me like they have a political bias there.
Yeah, could be.
Anyway, this is, but think about this. What it would take somebody to create this the way we used to have to create it. Do you want it? Are we good with this? Can I drop it down now?
Yeah, we can drop it now.
Okay. But now there you can go into Showrunner AI, and then it's all done on the Discord servers, which I'm not 100% with. But what's nice about it is think about the different shows you could create in your own business, or a show about your own business, and get information across. I did a whole deep dive on it, like I always do, and it has a bunch of stuff on there. But one of the things you always joke that we are the two old guys in the Sesame Street up there in the balcony. Well, it helped me kind of start a show that way. And yeah, so I haven't finalized it because if you haven't got all the way through, but it's saying this is out of the, so I said deep research, what's the best for Brian and I to create, and then it was like that was one of them. And I'm like, okay, well, the problem is you can't create your own show yet.
Right.
You can go to the Discord servers. Do I have that up? Yeah, let's see here. Let me put it over here. And let me share that part because it's different now. Remove. And share. So you're over on the, so I was going through all the different things, what can you do? How do I make my own show? And if you read it, it says right now you can create scenes and episode by going to create channel under, but it's under the existing show category, which means they already have shows. You're not going to be able to create your own show till down here. And that's coming soon. And then eventually you're gonna have to pay to be on here, right? Of course, $20 to $40 a month. But think about using AI, what kind of a show you could create where, like, I'm sure South Park has artists who used to draw them and everything, and then they use computer generated, all that stuff. Well, now what's going to happen? Anybody could be a writer.
Well, and it's set in there. It'll do like different camera angles, different show angles, all kinds of stuff. Well, and I think you met Bill Walsh, right? Like I went to one of his events and they were talking about that they believe the future is everybody's going to have their own television station. Like you're going to have your own station. People come and visit and find out what's going on. I think you mentioned in your mind that's kind of like YouTube, but it's going to be a interactive places. So like there's a place here in Dallas called Real News Network where you can rent out the different studios and people film their podcast shows in there. And they were talking about a lot of people are starting to film episodes that just go on their TV channel. And it's hosted, it's separate from YouTube, it's separate from Loom. It's here's my channel, come and find out what's going on in my world.
And I can see that. But because I was talking Christine, I was on her show, she was saying that she goes to a lot of different places and uses other people's studios and rent them instead of building out her own. And does a bunch of shows that way. But the one thing there's just so much I can see with this,
Yeah.
because I created a graphic novel about the mortgage industry, to help kids understand about credit and other stuff.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if it was turned into a funny show so I'm more comedy. It'd be like, take on The Office in the movie.
Right.
So, there's just how far can you get with this,
Yeah. Well, that's just it. It's crazy.
But I didn't even know about this until you shared it to me on Instagram.
Well, I saw it today because it said Amazon's behind it now. So Amazon is investing into it because it sees it also. And if you look, all the places have gone away from major studios. So now Netflix is producing their own stuff. Amazon is. I'm sure that what they're going to do is no different than there's social media influencers. They're going to find top-rated TV shows and jump behind that and pay people to make the television shows.
Well, I mean, just amazing what you can do. Control. Now, the opportunities that's out here that we didn't have. At the people at this age, what you can do, but what they don't have is they don't have the history behind them to do certain things, or the life. Not that everybody needs it, but I'm just saying some of the best writers were a little bit older on certain shows and certain things. The question is, because this will allow you to take a theme of something like you definitely see it as a South Park theme that they use on that show.
Right.
Where you could go, okay, I want to do a show about this, but I want to do a MASH theme. And you know what I mean? Just so you can deep research number one show, number one, animated series in the history of what time, see what those different things are, and then create that into something that you need to tell people about. Like the thing we were talking about, the two grumpy old men, we could be sitting on the stage, and instead of us here, we're sitting on the stage and we're doing the whole show that way.
Right.
We're talking about, well, what will happen if you could do your podcast, like Helping the Brave is not the two people there on video, but it's an actual animated show with the two different people on there. Cause you can use your own character.
Right.
You'll create you. And then it was asking, is it going to be you? Are you going to be part of it? Is a one-off spinoff? I'm like, it's a one-off, and it's going to, Brian and myself will be on it. And so I'll eventually do it once we open this up. And then I'll show you, and then I think more people will get involved at that time. Because right now I don't want to create it. I want to play with it, but do I really want to add an episode underneath their stuff? I don't know all the different stuff, but I want to deep research this. Actually, besides using ChatGPT, deep research.
Well, there's a guy I knew through Brad Lee that did a lot of Discord server stuff. So maybe we'll bring him on one day as the Joker to talk about, what's Discord, what does it mean, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, because it looks to me like BlackBerry.
Yeah.
What I mean is, unless you played around with it for a while and been part of it, and you don't have a clue, but it's also has your own server where it's like, do you have your server? You want to move this to your server? And it's like, it's all this stuff that there's just so much stuff out there.
Discord's been around for a while. Cause like I said, this guy, I was actually looking up when I went to Vegas like 3 years ago to do training for Brad's group. There was a Discord server that was called Crash House, and that was one of his personal coaching things that they did on Wednesdays. So when I was in Vegas, I just went to Brad's office and did the training for it, but everything was housed on Discord. So that's why I was thinking of the guy, Jay, that I'll bring on in the future. Kind of talk about what, see what Discord is. And all that. As a matter of fact, I'll just text him while we're talking, just ask him if he does podcasts. So
just tell me you're trying to understand. It came up today, and you're just trying to understand how it all works, and other people are. Because there's some, and because people are doing stuff on other places,
right.
And they're like, what is that? Well, that's just more tech stuff,
Yeah. Okay. Discord this week, and we know nothing about it. Okay.
Sorry, I'm yawning. I was up early this morning.
That's all right. We don't have to make it long today. I got stuff to do too. I got
Hey, don't take it away from them. They might want us here just to talk about nothing.
True. We got kiddo meet and greet with the teacher later on today. So I will be heading out in a little bit, and then packing up to go on a fly tomorrow to go speak at a gig, 1,000 people on Saturday. And then I will be back home. St. Louis.
Oh.
Yeah. So in and out trip, fly in on Friday, out on Sunday.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much going on. With stuff like the different things, there is I'm like going, okay, I'm like, okay, I can take that graphic novel, turn it into something to where somebody as a kid might watch it because it's entertaining.
Right.
And talk about stuff where I was thinking graphic novel. That means I got to print them. I got to do all this work. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Now I can take that same thing and flip it into this, and then have a
television show.
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to do something totally that it will be, fun for the masses. Kind of like, just like that thing reminding people about reaching out to people before they're gone. That's done pretty well because it hits everybody. And we always say you need to niche down. And so I could do one for veterans, talking about different things. And instead of,
what'll be interesting to see is how close can you get to likeness rights? So obviously they've got you and I looked earlier, but they gave
15%.
examples. What's that?
I think the deal is you got to change it 15% to not,
Yeah, I knew it was something like 15, 20.
Yeah.
But from the list they had, it looked like a lot of the shows you'll see, like Bob's Burgers, South Park, American Dad. That it looked a lot of cartoony like that.
That's all it is. It's not anything else. Yeah.
Well, I did see there was ones that look like claymation too. Like the old reindeer, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer videos and things we watched when we were kids. So yeah.
You want to do some Christmas shows is what you're saying, Ken?
I'm saying it's interesting to see where people go. Will they want cartoons, claymation? Is there going to be a difference? Never know.
Did they say they're doing claymation?
I thought when I looked let me pull it back up.
Well, one of the things they said that, you could do showrunner allows you to choose genre or artist styles for your show, such as a lighthearted cartoon, an animated style adventure, a horror vibe, a sci-fi theme, or even a mix Tarantino style crime drama with MMA look. Tweak characters, lets you do so. I mean, it just allows you to do so much.
Right.
I don't know about.
I'll show you. I know it's gonna be confusing here in a second, but let's see, where is it gonna? There we go. All right. So can you see that or no?
Well, I have to go back to where I can actually see. Yeah. Okay. But
so these are the different types that they have right now. So this is what I was saying. It looks like claymation, like
that looks like Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's what I was gonna say. Yes. And then here, this one I haven't seen it, but that to me looks like a sci-fi-ish.
Yeah, that's a different genre that I just said you could do.
Yeah, there we go. So join. This is what we're talking about, like cartoony when you first see it.
Like Trump.
But look at these. So like all these different ones are in here. It looks like there's a whole variety of what you can possibly create in the future.
Right.
So bold stories, but yeah.
Right. But again, it's just how easy it's going to be for people to do this stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at. So, I mean, use AI to help you create stuff. And then the question is going to be, at one point, is it too much? You know what I mean? To watch.
Well, podcasts were too much, right? Like if you look at how many podcasts are out there, but people are still creating them. So who knows?
Yeah, but they're dying. Like I go, Podmatch sends me, they have things on Podmatch. Yeah. And they haven't put an episode up in 2 months.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah. So I'm like, because you get matched, and the first thing I do is, when's the last time they dropped an episode? Oh, yeah. Pass.
Forever and a day.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's free to have it up there, have your to be on a podcast. A lot of times it's just you can get a free account, but if you really want a professional account, you pay for it. So
I get you.
And they even help now with Podmatch. They're even helping you if you have a show already and you're part of it. They'll help you clean up your actual thumbnail and do a bunch of other stuff and help promote it even more. So I think, and a lot of the podcast people and places are going to be closing up. Not like Libsyn, but different places, because if there are only 20% of the podcast left that get started, and that's a generous, it's probably less than that even though they're not staying. And I would still do a daily show if you're going to start one, because our Real Estate Jerky Daily has 400 episodes already done. Wow. And to do 400 episodes at 52 a year, if you only drop one a week, will take you almost 10 years to get 520. So you figure the math.
There's one I was going to tell you about. It's coming to Dallas. It's called Podcast Movement. So it's here in Dallas. I'm going to go check it out. I don't remember when it is, though. Podcast Movement.
Yeah, that's the one that what's her name goes to.
Who?
That's through your distillery.
Oh, Christine Marie.
Pam.
Oh, yeah, it's here in Dallas. So I signed up for it.
One of those. I could have swore I saw her at one of those. I mean, just her stuff, her booth and everything.
Right.
There's so many of those podcast things out there.
Oh, I'm going to go for obvious reasons. I mean, it's in my backyard, and the ticket prices were good. Let me see if I say register now. Let me see what it says. It is August 18th through the 21st here in Dallas.
Yeah, that's in 11 days.
Yeah.
I'm not coming.
Yeah.
So
it says it's the 12th annual podcast movement. So yeah, it's going to have multiple days events. So, I'll slap on my vest and I'll head out there. I got a gig on the 21st, so I know I can't go to that. But it's got, party, trade show, networking, education. When I signed up, it was free if you're a creator.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that a loose term, creator?
Yes. So then it's got some people I don't recognize. Jack Davenport. Yeah. So anyway, it'll be interesting to see. So it'll just be different speakers. Like I said, it'll be in my own backyard. So why not?
Yeah. I mean, my goal is start picking it up here soon.
Yeah.
I just got to get through August. We got so much going on.
Yeah.
Sorry. Don't mean to yawn.
There you go. Well, it's a sign.
All right, let's call it. Yeah. So we'll get a Joker next week. See if you can get to your Discord guy.
I just pinged him. He hasn't responded back yet, but I also have
what is his problem?
Yeah. Should be my beck and call.
How many people think that they should get back to him that fast? So many people.
Yes.
All right.
I'll take us out. Well, everybody, thank you once again for joining Ed Parcaut and myself here on Aces53. Today is Thursday, so that's usually when we have a Joker, but we had kind of some new content we ran across this morning, so we thought we'd just do it with the two of us. But we're here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 10 a.m. Pacific, noon Central, and usually it's Ed and I on Tuesday. Thursday, we bring on a guest, something we call Joker. That's somebody with special skill or talent that we can all learn from. And of course, we appreciate you being here, and the best way to support us is tell other people about us.
Yes, thank you so much. Or go to our YouTube channel and subscribe.
That's true too.
Aces53. All right. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate
it. Ed. See you, everybody.